Son of a Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits Homebrew Review. So I'm back up the house, just getting the grandson to sleep. Oh dear, smells of bad eggs in here. Jesus Christ. So, I've just found in the shed a bottle of the Rhubarb Stout that I made. So I did a Wilko's Stout and I added a load of rhubarb to it. And good evening. And it made quite a nice rhubarb stout. The mess, oh my God, the mess after I put this stout into, good evening again, and good evening again. And I put the stout in. So I got the stout brewing, I chucked the rhubarb in. The mess it made was ridiculous. It looked like shit everywhere. Awful. Yeah, Dr. Pepper. Bonjour, monsieur. Did you miss it? Yeah, well, it was tits up at first because the first chat, the phone was playing up like a twat. Good evening, Greg. Hope you're well. Craig, rather. Genau. Greg and Craig. One does apologise. One's had a drink. Yeah, wife's getting the baby to sleep. So the little and 2-year-old. So sneaky beer review. I'm loving these sneaky beer reviews. They're good. They're good. So yeah, my rhubarb stout. You know, homebrew is an interesting hobby. You know, you can get your beer from the shops, but the stuff you put your own bit of time in, evening, the stuff that you put your own bit of time in to make, it makes all the difference. Look at that. The bottle, solid. I've already opened some as well. Sneaky beer o'clock, yeah. And some out. The wife says to me, I said to the wife, I says, oh, I'm going to watch a few beer reviews. She says, no drinking. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not drinking at all. I think she's worried that I'll get pissed. Not get pissed on rhubarb stout. Job's a good one. Good evening. No bells to ring, in the kitchen, eggs are in the background. It's an exciting place to be. So look at that lovely black pour, bit of a tan on the head. And it's Wilko's Stout. So Wilko's core stout kit. If you're going to do any home brewing, Wilko's kits are amazing. 12 quid for the kit. Follow the instructions. Usually it's 1 kilo of sugar, although it's not pop. Ain't fucking. And I just use pop bottles. There you go. There's the bell. When's your boxing on? So yeah, lovely looking black pour, and it's matured now. I think I brewed it in like October or somewhere around there last year, or even before October. So it's had plenty of time to mature. Lovely coffee chocolate on the nose with that unmistakable hint of rhubarb. And rhubarb and stouts, same as ginger and stouts, go together so well. Wife's upstairs. It's a sneaky review. You know, it's the sneaky review. Usually called the dog shit review, but the dog's in the dining in the front room. Good evening. Evening all. So YouTube's working tonight. Last night I did a review, an hour and a half, and nobody noticed. Well, a few did. So yeah, sneaky one in the kitchen. And if you watched the very first second of the review, you'd have noticed a sneaky one, but not that sort of sneaky one, obviously. Ginger stout. So if you like home brewing, you know, if you like your home brewing, getting a Wilko's kit. Wilko's kits are amazing. Get a Wilko's kit, brew it. Let it ferment for, say, 4 days. Then add either a rhubarb, you dare a cake. Can you hear the dog in the background? He's backwards and forwards. You don't like it because I've shut the door. And I've got about an half hour window before the little one falls asleep. So it's a good window. I can do what I like. And I'm downloading Justice League, as you do. 8%. Do you know, it's been a few years since I've done a cider. I did a strawberry cider once, Magnum. And it was steaming. Yeah, it's not a bad beer. I was steaming on He's at the door now. I don't like it. Door's shut and he can't get in. And he's just clawing at the door. So yeah, the Wilko's kits for homebrew purposes are amazing. It's a good hobby. Takes, with all of us, we've all going through shit this last year, especially this last year, more than any other year. Some people have gone through some much worse shit. No, if I was going to do a stout, I'd do the stout 4 days in, chop the ginger up, chop it up, boil it, add it to the stout. What you're doing then, you're adding that ginger. And then only when you leave it a bit longer, let it go past the initial fermentation, let it go a bit longer. Let it go a bit longer and you'll get a lovely ginger, fire in your ginger. I do intend to make an Imperial Russian ginger stout. Buy the 40 quid kit and explore that avenue. But hey, that looks a good pint. It's still holding its head. Wilko's kits are the best kits, I think, anywhere. The cheap kits, you can play around with them, in a non-sexual way, obviously. Yeah, good for playing around with the kits. Adding hops to them. If you think about Colonel Brewery and what are other breweries, there's Colonel. Oh, bugger me, there's one I reviewed the other day. What was its bloody name? No, I forgot. Ginger and chocolate together. And so what Colonel Brewery do, they basically brew their pale ale, and all they do is put different hops in. So it's Colonel Pale Ale, Citra and Chinook, Motueka and Mosaic, whatever. And so doing that, once you've got your brewing down to perfection, you can brew these beers. And let's be fair, it's much. You say you want a pint. It's much cheaper to do a homebrew than it is to go out and buy a load of cans. If you're reviewing and you only stick to reviews, fair play. That's by the by. But it's interesting to have a play. And there's so many hops these days. Sabro does seem to be the hop of choice for a couple of Nottingham breweries. They really go to town. Neon Raptor certainly like their Sabro, and I think Totally Brewed do as well. Ginger Shock. I mean, I want to do a butterscotch Imperial. That's on my list to do, homebrew wise. And also a plum porter, but an Imperial plum porter. I've got this thing about strength and getting pissed. And, the Imperial butterscotch is going to be easy to do because I can get the butterscotch flavouring that the likes of Lincoln Green use, so I know it's decent. And it tastes decent because I've drank a shitload of it. As for plum porter, I guess it's just a case of, at the end of the brew, sticking your plums in, get your plums around my gums, or the other way around. And whether I have to boil the plums before I stick them in to loosen them up so the flavour bursts out, that's going to be interesting. And that's where proper brewers would know more than the likes of home brewers. I presume there's hops you can use. Best stout kit, without any doubt, Love Brewing's Imperial Russian Stout. It's 40 quid, but you're buying quality. As long as you brew it to how they say. And then, once you've brewed it, then add a bit of ginger for Imperial Russian ginger. Butterscotch for Imperial Russian butterscotch. Same with the plums, add in your plums. We all like a bit of plum action, I'm sure we do. And let's not go down that road. Far too early in the day. And the comments don't stay on long on this bloody phone. That's better. Live chat. There we go. No, homebrew. Homebrew is definitely a different kettle of fish to beers. Obviously, it's all about maturing. This is probably a good 6 months old now, and you can tell it. Look, I mean, even now it's still holding that head. I mean, that's like, what are we, 8-9 minutes in? That's bang on. You are in trouble. No, no, I won't put Stilton in the brew. No, I like Stilton, mind you. Stilton and port. Oh, perfection, in my opinion. You know, they are so nice. And I've just looked online. Nobody's doing any live beers tonight. So I know Paul did his low pub earlier. I think Simon did his one last night, but nobody else is doing it. So this pint has cost me 12 quid for the kit, 60 pence for a bag of sugar, and I got the rhubarb from the garden. Yeah, you've got to have the room. You've got to have a warm room, warmest room to brew the beer in. Don't take up a lot of room though. You know, I mean, to do it on a minimal basis is fermentation bucket, airlock, barrel, and then the means to get it from the fermentation is usually, you know, it's a pipe, and that's all you need. And if you're really being if you've really lack of room, you can get fermentation buckets these days that have a tap on, so you can ferment it. You can ferment the beer, seal the top, and basically you just pour that beer out, and you've got about 2 or 3 weeks to drink it all. You know, you could add a carbon, you know, a CO2 thing on the top that you screw in to add, you know, put the bit of gas into the beer to keep it lively. But yeah, you've got about 2 or 3 weeks to drink 40 pints. And let's be fair, you can drink 40 pints in 2 weeks. I mean, I know I can. I can drink 40 pints in a week. 3-4 days if really, I'm really going for it. As long as it's drinkable, you know, you don't want to be drinking drivel. I mean, I did some strawberry cider years ago. Magnum strawberry cider, and it was still, I didn't make it sparkling. If I'd have added sugar, I'd have made it sparkling. I didn't, I left it still. Pissed as a fart. 2 nights on the road, 2 red cards, pissed as a fart. I had to give it away to my neighbour. I got double red cards, and that was it. It was like, fucking hell, can't drink this anymore. And it was just so strong. And I don't think it's that strong by today's standards, really. Yeah, having bottles is always, I think, the best way with any beers. Straight to the bottle. You know, washing out your pop bottles, 2 litre pop bottles, and as you can see earlier, I only use a Dr Pepper bottle. Just wash it out, sterilise it. You know, obviously cleanliness is godliness, and because you've got to drink that shit. See, washing it out, giving it a sterilise, then giving it a flush afterwards. You know, and it's an interesting way. Good evening. And you know, the bottles are free because once you've had your pop in them, you know, instead of chucking them, recycle. Recycling's good anyway, in any shape or of day. You know, this was an experiment with rhubarb. So I got the rhubarb from the garden, all grown by myself, and it turned out to be. I mean, at the start, it was a lot more intense rhubarb. Now it's certainly more subtle. It's in the background. Yeah, you can smell it, but you don't get the blast that you got initially. Must be a phone going off somewhere. Still waiting for my daughter. She's 2 centimetres dilated, and I don't want to go too far down that road. You know, it's my daughter. You don't want to talk about things like that when it's your daughter. It's even bad enough when it's your wife. And hopefully baby will show tonight. The funny thing is, it's my sister's birthday as well tonight. I actually put my rhubarb in at the start of the fermentation. Good evening. Yeah, so I actually put the rhubarb in straight away. And Ragster rather than Raggy. Obviously Ragster is my name I use on my website. So Raggy is from what I use on YouTube. Ragster is what I use on dcmu.co.uk. Better matured. Yeah, this has turned out to be a nice pint. I mean, look at that. Still holding its head. And this is homebrew. It's not bloody commercial stuff. It looks I mean, look at the state of that. That looks decent. Yeah. So I mean, Wilko's kits with one bag of sugar, you're looking at about 4% ABV. So what I did, got the rhubarb, chopped it up into little bits, boiled it, got it so it was mashy, really mashy. Made the brew, chucked the rhubarb in at the when it was, at the initial stage. I think there's a video on YouTube on my homebrew section. And then chuck the yeast on. So you got the sugar from the rhubarb, you've got the other sugar that I put in, all going along. And I think it probably turned out around about 6%. It tastes like a 6%. I don't know for sure, but you can taste beers, and most of the time, apart from them tropical juicy beers that you have no idea how much how much strength's in them, you drink them, you think it tastes like bleeding pot. This does, and it's an 8%er. 2 millimeters. Fair play to you. Yes, another sneaky one. So, as long as I don't go above about 45 minutes, I'm all right, because I think the little one's wide awake. Funny, the new normal. The new normal is what I sent to Boxstein Brewery, and they named it, and I won a box of beers from them. It is a good pint. I mean, 17 minutes in and it's still retaining a head. I mean, that's good. That's good by commercial standards. Never mind homebrew. A sneaky look by the missus showers, eh? Yeah, broadside. Yes, okay. Cheers. So obviously this is only a 4% rhubarb stout. I mean, in some ways it'd be interesting to do an imperial rhubarb Russian stout, wouldn't it? And but I wouldn't want to pay 40 quid and find I bobbed it up. There's limits to what you want to pay out for. I do fancy doing an imperial Russian stout, adding a ginger brew, but also adding 2 litres of rum to it. Spiced rum. So you get an imperial spiced rum and ginger Russian stout. And that's doing it, the homebrew way, not by using, what the proper brewers can do. Because obviously, there's only so much money we've all got. Times are tough. I mean, the kit, to buy the decent kit, the grain fathers and all that stuff, it's not cheap. So to do it a cheap way, but to achieve something that tastes really good, it's what homebrew is all about. Certainly for me, And I like my wines, my ciders. Egg and cress. Was that a fucking joke? It's got to have been a joke earlier. Why would anybody brew an egg and cress stout? That I don't know. I mean, it is a nice strong beer. I'm definitely getting some warmth, from it, and it's lovely. There's just initially it was like there was quite a strong rhubarb taste to it. Now it's more subtle. It's more in the background. You're getting the Wilko Stout is showing through the chocolate, the coffee, a little hint of roasty toasty, and then with the rhubarb as well. Whereas at the first, the rhubarb was more in your face. You can brew stouts, IPAs and that, and then after it's brewed, after the fermentation's gone, you can add those syrups. At B&M Bargains, they sell vanilla, chocolate. Good evening, Mark James Barrett. Yeah, and there's some amazing kits out there, isn't there? There are some amazing beer kits out there, and it's just getting the one that you want to brew, me being me, I want to brew strong stuff, but that's the pisshead version of me coming out rather than the taste version. Bulldog brews, amazing for homebrew. Happy birthday, Kate. I've reviewed Rhubarb Stout. Yeah, it's alright. It's a nice rhubarb beer. I do like rhubarb. I like flavour. You know, it's. I've gone off traditional beers these days. You know, a lot of them are very bland, all about the malts. Although I do like, yeah, going short is a good idea. I did that on Simply Ginger Beer. You know. I did that on Simply Ginger Beer with their kit, and I brewed it to 10 litres. And extra custard version, right? I've only had the one version, the one at Sainsbury's. Yeah, I need to go to Brew York. Dodgy camera in the shower. Yeah. Sneaky one in the trousers. But yeah, I need to. When we're all back to normal. Good evening, my good man. 8.3%. Bless you. That's the sort of beer I like. None of this weak shit. I don't want 3%ers. It's just they're boring. You know, I want something with taste and strength. And to be fair, 22 minutes in, and this Rhubarb Stout is still holding its head. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? 22 minutes in. And it just shows you sometimes that by brewing a beer, letting it mature for 6 months, and then cracking it open, you know, cracking one open, it's a good thing. So Saturday night, none of us know, well, in my family at least, don't know what's going on, how long it's going to be before we're going to be a granddad again. It's a Rhubarb Stout made using a Wilko Stout kit and some homegrown rhubarb. Beautiful as well. What type of music? All sorts. As daft as it sounds, I love Disney music and I love classical. I love everything. A lot of different music. You know, there's some stuff I don't like. I don't like rappers who talk like, yeah, I went down the pub. Yeah. And you think, so fucking hell, I can sing better than you can. There's a lot of crap out there. But yeah, decent music. All right. Yeah, I'd set some paracetamols earlier when I was in the hot tub room. But other than that, decent. He's in the house. Let me ring the bell. Bell. It is. It's a nice tasting brew as well. Yeah, you didn't realise I had a bell in the kitchen, did you? I don't even know what Slipknot is. It's the kitchen bell. Yeah, no beer room at this time. And the dog's having a dicky fit because he can't get in the kitchen though. Broadside. It's a nice beer. Lots of complexities. So, let me pour a bit more because I'm running dry. Oof. Dr. Pepper, good evening. Oh, The Voice. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't stand that stuff. The Voice, X Factor. Have you? Oh, bless you. Good to hear that Liam's wife's getting some business. That's what I like that, you know. Good evening again. You know, helping friends of the channel. We're all in it together, eh? It's a cracking bell, isn't it? We're all in it together, you know. And another good evening. Oh. So, the Rhubarb Stout. You know, making your own, it is a good thing, you know. It's in a Dr. Pepper bottle. It's certainly not Dr. Pepper. It is. It's a Wilko Stout. So the Wilko Stout is the base kit. And I added a brew of rhubarb, a boil of rhubarb into the kit. It was as messy as fuck. When it brewed up last, I think it was July, August time when it brewed, I walked into the shed, beer room, and it looked like there was diarrhea everywhere. It was disgusting. Yeah, 25 on the sneaky one. It's good. It's about 6% in my opinion. Obviously, I don't know the true ABV because me and dihydrometers don't get on. I can't stand them. Pop the bloody thing in and yeah, it's finished. Job's good. And Dovanis bancatus. Is that how you pronounce it? I bet I'm way out, aren't I? And Dovanis bancatus. Is that better? The second one. Yeah, I'm from Nottingham. We're crap at pronouncing. Although I actually do lots of Latin. You know, I'm a gardener, so Latin names, Latin's what we do, you know. I mean, if I was to tell you a tree, this is a tree that's available in Britain. If I was to tell you a tree, would anybody be able to guess it? So I'll think of one. I've got one. Taxus baccata, fastigiata, Oreo marginata. So for those who don't know, that's an Irish golden upright yew tree. Yew, ones with little red berries. But it's the golden version and it's the upright version. And yeah, I do apologise if anybody in the background's thinking, what the fuck did he just say? The first one was good. Ah. Teacher's pet. Yeah. Yes, a yew tree, yeah. The key thing there is Taxus. Good evening. Worthington cream flow. It is a blast from the past. Yeah, Slurpy's back in the house with his jokes. Is that other bloke gone from earlier? What was his name? Is he still there? Be interesting, wouldn't it? But yeah, going down well. And yeah, it's nice to get these sneaky reviews in. The wife, as long as I don't walk up the stairs pissed up, I'm all right. No, it was 24-litre brew. So I stayed with 24 litres. I might have added a bit more sugar, you know, for extra ABV. You know, I can't stand it being 4%. And then I added the rhubarb. Rhubarb's got a bit of its own sugar. Gilbert, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's turned out good. You can do a lot with homebrew. And good evening. Yeah, okay. That fairy might have gone to no, 4% is definitely not Raggy Avenue. Well, obviously you put sugar in at the start. No, I won't put Cadbury's cream egg into a brew. I'd do, you know, the fattiness of it, I'd be worried about it causing issues. Sugar, normal sugar. Sleep on the couch and drink the lot. No. My settee, it's all right, but I don't want to sleep downstairs. I'll only get the bollockings tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 29 minutes in, you know, there's bound to be a bollocking coming down the stairs at some stage. Yeah. Would I consider giving up alcohol? If I wanted to, yeah. If someone says to me, your drinking's not good for you, you need to... My grand's, I can't remember, you know. Can't remember it. I need to have a look. I need to re-watch the video at some stage. Yeah, honey and beer's good. Syrup, treacle, cocoa, coffee. All these can go in a homebrew for different effects. I tried dry January. Yeah, I lasted one day. Yeah, well, no, half a day. Yeah, I've got the emergency bed. I've got a 3-seater settee. Although there's a bloody gaming seat on it at the moment. But hopefully my son-in-law will get rid of the bloody gaming seat and I can get my settee back. It's great in the summer months when I just need a bit of chill. Just go in there, head back on the settee, and I look at the beer wall. I'm thinking, shall I drink one? And then I think, no, because I've paid for them and I need to review them before. And I do try. I'm going to try not to buy anything for the next month, although I need to buy the Audi beers just for the sake of reviewing them. Yeah, the famous red card. She does laugh about that. She does. You'd probably get some good oats as well from the Horlicks. Isn't it an oaty drink? No. Quite sober actually. No, I recover very quickly, and obviously I'll do the review down the shed, then I won't come up the house and carry on. So yeah, no, quite sober, quite with it. I mean, if I go down the shed later and neck a bit of whiskey, that's going to tip me over the edge. Oh, Saturday night, late night review. Job's a good one. And I've got some cracking draft beers to review. I'll tell you what, for those interested in low cost, I got their Discovery box. So it's 15 quid, £6.99 delivery. And the 8 beers I've got were amazing. And the 330ml bottles, they look like, hold on, half-time bell. They look like obviously little pop bottles, but obviously they're not. One for the road, yeah. I'm going to have Raggy Avenue as my... When I do an Imperial Russian, it's going to be a Raggy Avenue, #1. And then maybe Raggy Avenue, #2. But just for the sake of doing Raggy Avenues. And yeah. Forgot what I was going to say now. Yes. Yeah. In fact, I actually drank it last night. Yeah. I mean, low cost. You know, Matt Ellis from Low Cost. He's a top class bloke. And you know what they're doing? Now, this is a thing. If you've got money, you've got no ties, you can afford to do it. Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it? He's doing a trip to Colorado, a beer trip, where you go to Colorado, obviously in America, when things ease, and go around drinking beers, and a gang of them going. And to me, that's amazing. Obviously, money's an issue, you know. You got to have some pennies to go there. Obviously, no ties, or a wife that's understanding. Yeah, well, I'm going on the piss up to America for a week. See you later. And you know, it's. But one of these days, when I win a million on the lottery, I'll think about going across, you know, and doing that sort of thing. Yeah, I know my wife. I'd get her out pasting. Can't beat that, can you? £1.67 a pint. It's about 6%. Can't fault you there. Nope. Missed that last comment. I hate missing comments. Does my bolting. Your arse would get tanned. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how they do it. Some blokes are a bit more lucky than us, you know, or they live on their own, you know, and they've got no issues with women giving them a bollocking for fucking off for a week or two. I mean, October, when the beer festival happens in Nottingham, that's going to be interesting. Although I'm going to drag the wife out on the Thursday night, meet up with whoever's around on the Thursday, and have a drink in a few local pubs, some decent pubs with decent real ales. Wine kits I can recommend. Are you new to homebrewing? That's the first question. Are you new? And if you're all new, then I would go all day long. Magnum Pinot Grigio kit. One of the easiest kits. Cheap, easy. If you're not new to homebrewing, then I would look at the Beaverdale kits all day long. Especially, depends what type of wine you like, whether you're a red wine, rosé, white. I like and love brewing as well. Some of their wine kits are very nice. I can't wait to go back to America. We've not been to Orlando now for this year's going to be the 8th year, and I so miss Disney World. But obviously, this isn't the year to go. Next year, yeah. This year, no. Stay in England, sod it. Yeah, Love Brewing's website. They do some wines in their kits, like a Montepulciano and a Primitivo wine kit, and yeah, bang on. Oh, you're from America then? We stopped in Kissimmee, Davenport, Champions Gate. We had 4 American holidays in 2006, 8, 9, and 13. And we haven't been back since, and I so miss it. I love America. They can't drive for shit over there. As soon as it rains, there was smash ups everywhere. You actually do. Top man. I love the place. You know, if I ever win the lottery, I'm having a house in Orlando. Just to be near Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando. You know, you walk in there. In 2006, I walked into Walt Disney World, and I'm like this. I'm pinching myself, and it is the most amazing place in the world. The Magic Kingdom, fucking hell, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, it's and then obviously you've got the water parks, Busch Gardens. I mean, Busch Gardens always makes me chuckle. Just for the name Busch Gardens, it just sounds something so wrong, even though it's a theme park, you know. Oh, I'm just going down Busch Gardens. Oh, you know, yeah, bet you fucking hell, dirty bastard. And yeah, doing a bit of bush gardening, yeah. And but it's like an American version of Alton Towers. When I was at Busch Gardens, Mr. Rampant Lime Beer Reviews. Did you see my? Did you get my comment about Ale Farm? I've actually got 3 of the Ale Farm beers in my shed from Low Cost Beer, and then I also got sent 6. Yeah, a bit of bush maintenance. Can't be. You've got to have a decent bush. I've also got 6 Brewski beers from Sweden as well. You can't beat a bit of Busch Gardens, can you? I've got a distillery not far away from me, and I do mean not far. But anyway, let's get off that subject. Yeah, Ale Farms. I got 3 of them. I watched your review, an amazing review. So much knowledge. 30 minutes. I was deep cleaning the kitchen, doing a fucking shitty job. And I thought, I need to watch beer reviews. So I watched about 20 of Kent beer reviews. I commented on some of them. I watched about 10 of Bullman's. And then yours came up, and I thought, oh, fucking hell, just keep going. I've got 6 from Brewski. A lot of them have collaborations as well. Although, to be fair, I'm keeping off the old spirit at the moment. It's too easy to get pissed out your face. What's that? on the Rhubarb Stout. It's for those who have just arrived. My fair play. Google has actually worked tonight. Last night, I'm basically talking to myself. It's good as well because you review all the, from Sweden and Denmark. You're reviewing beers no one else is. So it's not like everybody else trying to review the latest Aldi or Tesco's. You're reviewing stuff that nobody else is reviewing. And it's all interesting. And, as reviewers go, I have a lot of time for both Rampant Line, Mr. Rampant Line, and Mr. Kent Beer and Mr. Bullman's beer reviews. Three very good reviewers, that I've seen. I need to watch more beer reviewers, to be honest. It's all about time, isn't it? I don't know how people can watch everyone's beer reviews because time's just so bloody hard. Good evening and welcome. So it's a Wilko's Homebrew Stout kit with homegrown rhubarb. Awesome. And you've got a laid back style. And, I do. And I know I'm calling you out, but hey, that's just me. I don't give a monkeys anyway. Yeah. But, your style makes me chuckle. The amount of detail you went in the other day on that Ale Farm beer that you reviewed was amazing. I actually put the kitchen to one side for a minute. I just carried on watching. I thought, fuck the kitchen, and I'll just watch your beer review. It was good. The amount of knowledge and somebody nicking your beers that totally chuckled me. Yeah, somebody began to pasting to nick my beers. I'd be following the fuckers and giving them down that dark alleyway and giving them a good hiding. But that's just me. Yes, definite rhubarb, chocolate, coffee, a bit of roasty toasty well in the background. The rhubarb nowadays is not as pronounced as it was back when I first brewed it. It's about 7 months old now. And in a Dr. Pepper bottle, because I love to recycle. And it's nice. It's hitting the spot. It's not too strong, round about 6%, if I'm being honest. I have no idea what the true ABV is, but it's what I'm gathering it is. But it's a nice stout. And look at the head. It's still got a nice head on it. Smoky bacon beer. There was one that was on low cost beer the other week, something like a chicken beer, and you're thinking, fucking hell, I don't mind certain beers and certain flavours, but the Americans, I do apologise, Mr. Ale Drain, but some of the American breweries make some strange fucking beers, and you've got to think to yourself, who the hell buys these beers? I suppose for the quirky factor, yeah. Had an argument about tulip glasses. Bless you. What about this sort of glass? I've got the glass cabinet across the way. Oh goodness gracious me. The glass cabinet. So, for those coming down to Robin Hood Beer Festival, this is what I got back in 2019, the last time I went. And obviously you can see your third of a pint, half a pint. So I went for Interstellar Galactic Rum and Raisin, and I got half a pint of it. Half a pint, 14%, rum and raisin, Imperial Rum and Raisin Stout. Pissed as a fucker after it. I'm in the kitchen. Is that the tulip glass then? Is that what you call a tulip glass? It's a nice glass. I've got 3 of these in the shed as well. Oh, then you dropped the bastard. No, so at the Robin Hood Beer Festival, you'll pay, I don't know, 20, 22 quid for the festival. You pay for the festival if you've never been before. So you'll get a glass, and it can be a tankard like I showed you in the beer room the other day, or you'll get that sort of glass. There may be different ones now because it evolves, doesn't it? You know, craft beer is evolving. It may be them nice chunky glasses. No, tulip glass is that type of glass. Unless any of the other beer reviewers can, you know, can put us straight. Oh, fucking hell. I don't think I'd bother, but I don't think I'd have a beer where it's gone through sheep shit. Fuck that. Yeah, there's limits in this world. You know, I know people, I know breweries want to make a statement, but whenever someone says shit and beer, yeah. I'd rather drink prune juice wine. Yeah, there's limits. There's fucking limits on it. They're nice, are they? Fair play. Yeah, so back to the beer festival. So you'll pay, say, I don't know if it's 20 or 22. So you'll get a glass, be it tankard, tulip, or whatever. I don't drink everything. Fucking hell, there are limits. You know, I'm not that much of a pisshead. And although I do like a drink. And I still know how to behave. Yeah. Can I have some of the sheep shit drink, mate? So you'll get the drink. Obviously, you get your tickets to get in. You'll get your glass, and then you get so many tokens for beers. If you bring your own tankard that's got a third or half a pint on, they will give you back so many tokens because you're not getting their glasses. You'll get a book with all the beers in. But if you're like me and being a nosy bastard, I go on the internet a month before and I go and go through the PDF. Yeah, I was the one there when it burst open. Yeah. Yeah, it was clean. But yeah, I'm not that. I'm not an alky. Yeah. Yeah, I do think the tulip, especially on a 330 ml beer. See that's what came from the beer festival, and pretty standard. It's got the old Castle Rock Brewery on. Hey, Castle Rock, and good Nottingham brewery, and that's where I'm from, Nottingham. If you didn't know, you do now. And then you've got the old tulip, and I've got 3 of these in the shed. Yeah, they are good glasses. You can see the beer, you know, they get the head. There's no widget in the bottom to, you know, promote carbonation or oat. So, yeah, decent enough. And this one needs to go down the shed. With the other 3 I've got down there. It's lost in the house. Don't need it in the house. Oh. So, how's everyone doing on this Saturday night? I better watch the time. Better not be too long. Can I get a rollicking off the wife? I will say I've just been talking to people on the beer, doing beer reviews. So somebody's getting the blame. Yeah, I'll say it. I've been talking to this bloke. He's from Scotland and he's in Sweden, and it's his fault. And yeah, I try and blame somebody else every night. Yeah. Oh, it was that bloke from Kent tonight. He was chatting, and I was chatting to him, and I was going on too far. And then there's another bloke from Carlisle that says "How do," and I was chatting to him. Fine. Yeah. Well, you've got to have the blame thing, haven't you? The wife won't bother anyway. She knows what I'm like. She knows it's all me, to be fair. And she knows I'm just taking the piss. And, yeah, you know, that's what wives are like. And, yeah, within, I don't know, any time within the next 24 hours, and hopefully not longer. My daughter's already been in hospital for a day now. Hopefully I'm going to be a granddad very soon, you know. Got the grandson here tonight, my first grandson. My daughter's having her second baby. And yeah, you know, for women, it's a tough thing, you know, giving birth, you know. we're blokes. The biggest thing we have to give birth to is a big shit. And yeah, when one that stretches your arse and you fucking hell, your arse is sore as hell afterwards. And for women, they have to give birth to a baby, and that's some fucking shit on a big scale. And you know, fucking hell, try squeezing that bastard out your arse. Oh fucking hell, I done it. And there's the bell. And yeah, you know, it's not easy for women, and you know, I just can't wait for my daughter and the baby to both be safe, both be out the other side, and to go and see them. Obviously, COVID's here. You can't go anywhere near the bloody hospital. So, and obviously, like most parents, the first person you want to see the new baby is the grandson, is their son, my grandson. And he's such a little card. So he's he's coming up to 3 in September. September the 2nd, if memory serves me correctly. He had a new bell. And he loves his granny's car. He loves my wife's car. yeah, fucking hell, imagine it. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I've squeezed some stuff out my arse, but never that much. Yeah, second time. It's bad enough being, I mean, I get an eye, Granddad. And I'm like, whoa. I'm 49, less of the granddad. And tonight, he's got this thing about my wife's car. So we've got, my wife's got a Skoda. My son's got a Seat Ibiza. I've got an Astra. And he's going, I've took him out tonight in my arms. Thank you. I've took him out in my arms with just his nappy on and his top on. And he's gone out, he's gone, Granny's car, Granny's car. And then he's gone over to, and my son's car, and he's going, Jamie's car, Jamie's car. And then I've took him over to my car, Granddad's car. And you know, he's such a little, beautiful little boy. Only problem is, for the next hour onwards, he's Granny's car. And I'm like, fucking hell. I dropped a bollock there. Oh, shit. Sorry to hear that, James. You know, fucking hell, must have been scary. Oh, is your wife Japanese then? Bless you. Yeah, scary. And this is the thing, isn't it, with babies? You know, as blokes, we don't understand. You know, you can be the best bloke in the world. You have no fucking idea of what women go through. And, you know, it's tough. You imagine carrying a baby in your belly and the fluid and that. And then, you know, all the shit that goes with it, getting fatter, because they do, you know, women do put weight on. And there's a lot of mental health issues going on. And, you know, oh, is it? James Rampant Line Beers is detail in his beer reviews is something, you know, there's a reason why you've got 9,000 subscribers. Your Scottish character is, I do like it, you know, I like the no nonsense, tell it how it is character. But your knowledge is something on a scale that I've not seen in other beer reviews. I mean, I've got to say, both Kent Beer Reviews is an amazing beer reviewer, and why he hasn't got more subscribers just defies logic. I don't understand sometimes on YouTube with subscribers, and but I suppose that's YouTube all over, you know. There's somebody in Nottingham near me, and he's got 750,000 subscribers, and there's nothing about them. And I don't understand why they're so popular. I don't. But they're obviously earning a shitload of money off the internet. Good evening, Jake. How are you doing? Let's hope you're back on 1,000 again. Cheers from Glasgow. I've never actually watched Beer Hooligan. I've heard about him, obviously. I've heard reputations and all that shit. A Japanese version of you. Bless you. I've actually seen a video where he was holding him. And bless him. No, no, don't earn any money whatsoever. I did put some ads on. I didn't put what the general consensus is to do is to put ads at the very start, so they're not obtrusive. And I agree with that comment. Dean said the same thing. Dean's Beer Reviews. Ads at the start. The ads are out the way. Jobs are good, and you can understand that. I understand that. I've seen Dean do it. I've seen Scott and Wanda do it. Simon from Real Ale Craft Beers, he does it. Ads at the start and then into the content. That you can understand. What I bloody hate is ads every 10 minutes. You're watching a review or a YouTube video and there's an ad every 10 minutes. You know, for fuck's sake, turn these fucking ads off. Ads at the start, fair play. Ads all the way through, every 10 minutes. No. You're just pissing the public off. Yeah, I've not seen his reviews, to be honest, so I wouldn't know. You and me both. I'd love to meet up with all the other beer reviewers. I've seen pictures of Craig and Dean, James, Harry, and others. And I can't remember their names. I'm shit with names. I'm only just learning. Yeah, an ad at the start. Yeah, I've seen videos on the internet with people calling each other's out. Yeah. But you're always going to get that, aren't you? You know, you're always going to get personalities, good and not so good, you know. And it's up to the people in question to... See, I don't script anything. If I can't get a taste of the beer, I can't get the fucker. It's simple as that, you know. I'm not going to lie. If I can't taste what I'm tasting, then I'm being honest. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like the normal person on the street, you know, who isn't a proper true beer connoisseur, who's just drinking beers, try and get what they get, you know, and I'm no expert by no means, and I don't put myself as an expert. Yeah. So this is a Rhubarb Stout made with Wilko's Stout kit, £12 kit, a bag or maybe 2 bags of sugar. Can't remember now. It's been a long time. Yeah. If I can't get the fucking beer, I can't get it. I'm not a god. I'm just a bloke who likes a beer. I'll say it as I see it. You know, I don't do... In the early days of the channel, I tried to do a bit of... yeah, I know. I need to knock off soon. Go upstairs and sneak in and not be too pissed up. As long as I don't slur, I'm all right. Yeah. And it's like with the Aldi beers. I'll review the Aldi beers in my way. I've seen what every other beer reviewer ever said, and a lot of and friends of the channel, and a lot of them have said it's shit. No, I don't smoke. Never have, never will. Yeah, I've actually got a great mate in Sweden, and one of these days I'll get to meet him. He's the webmaster of emulation64.com. I know. How's the fight going? And good to see you two on too. I love these fellas. Yeah, not in a gay way, obviously. I'm glad that you can post links. That saves me doing it. Well, I'm, you know, because I'm reviewing. I can't post fuck all. I can't when I'm reviewing. But yeah, you are what you are. Your personality. I'm hoping baby comes tonight. You know, for my daughter, for my son-in-law, and for us. Because to be honest, we've had a weekend now where we've had the little one all weekend, and to be honest, it's nice. It's nice to have the grandson. He's 2.5 years old. He says granddad a hell of a lot. comes up for the biggest cuddles, and you can't. He melts my heart. Craig is an amazing. He knows his bloody birds. Yeah, I like the birds of the feathered sort personally, but that's just raggy, you know. Fucking an hour. I need to watch that. I need to bollock him. What was that thing below? Ah, the videos of the Manchester piss up. You see, this is where I want to join up with the other beer reviewers and have a chat, friendly chat, no fucking beer reviewing, and have a piss up with you and just have a chat and see how everybody is. And face to face, see how everybody is in reality. I mean, what you'll see with me is the person you'll always see. If you see me in the street, thank you. I hope she does as well. The person you see in the street is the person you'll see smack in front of you now. My in October. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Imagine meeting up. And it would be a laugh. Collaboration beer reviews in the stands. 4 beer reviewers together, all talking shit in the stands. Be fantastic. Pissed out the faces. All got the phones in front of them, and all talking at the same time on 4 different channels. Now that is the way to do it. Get that fucking thing out of my way. Can't see my face. All I can see is live chat. Men behaving badly. I used to watch it a little bit. Yeah. I think one of them used to be in Boone, and they used to come on the Arboretum in Nottingham filming their TV series. If memory serves me correctly. But I am 49, you know. I know I look in my 20s, yeah, in my fucking dreams, but yeah. Don't wish to get old, you know. Stay young. It's about having a laugh with friends, having a laugh, a little bit of banter, a bit of piss taking's good. You know, friendly piss taking is the thing, because then you know that you're on the same terms with people. Bit of piss taking, and you know, pointing at if you're in the wrong, pointing you out when you're in the wrong, so you question yourself, is a good thing. And I'm my own biggest critic. Yeah, I don't get every single bloody op. I've seen some of the rubbish out there. I have. Because Mr. Blue Nose, he posted some as well. It must have been about the same sort of time that you did, James. And yeah, Harry, rather. And obviously, he's offended a few people, not just 1 or 2. Yeah, we've got a good social interaction on this channel. And I'm in for a bollocking if I talk much longer. So, a good stout. Be a laugh, wouldn't it? In the Nottingham pubs. Hey? Yeah. Imagine 1,500 people turning up. That'd be a fucking bit awkward to get in one pub. The parody review was awesome. So, for this beer, brewed with Wilko's Stout kit. She don't watch these beer reviews. No, she's far too busy. Fretting about my daughter, you know, because you do worry, you know. Yeah, you do worry about your family. As a parent, you do. I do hope to get out there. I mean, I want to go to Leeds. My wife, yeah, she'll have a drink. In fact, when she drinks, she's got hollow legs. She's Irish. So, yeah, fuck the first round, eh? Yeah, maybe at the 10th round when 1,400 have gone home. Yeah. And, you know, she's Irish, so she can drink. Wilko Stout kit with rhubarb. If I'm going to give it a number, which I'm really not going to give it a number. And also we've got window beer review Thomas. I do apologise. Ignorance at times and being brain dead, you know, sometimes it affects you. Another beer reviewer. And I need to make sure I get everybody's beer reviewers on my YouTube channel with links so that I'm not leaving anybody out. And meet the reviewer. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah. I think, you know, each and every reviewer's got a story. You know, some slightly more sad than others. Yeah, there is about 4 beer tents, but these are fucking big beer tents. They're like mega marquees that they're massive. And at the cricket ground this year, it's going to be massive. Yeah. Yeah, you'll never hear me pushing for likes and money. One, I pay for my own beer. I don't need no one to buy it for me. And two, yeah, the likes. Yeah, well, yeah, it's nice for the interaction. And what always pisses me off is some dickhead goes and dislikes. And I'm like, who the fuck's disliked? And but that might be just be a piss take. You never know. Or it might be someone from my old workplace trying to act the cunt. But hey, you never know in life, do you? Or it might be just someone saying, yeah, you bastard, I'll dislike this just to wind you up. Good evening. So, got to end this review. Chat, more of a chat than a review, let's be fair. I know you will. I actually did dislike your video. It kind of killed me. I'm like, when you asked for dislikes the other week on one of your videos, and I'm like, I can't do this because you're a good reviewer. I don't like disliking your reviews, but I suppose it's all interaction, isn't it? And that's the way you got to look forward to it. Yeah, drink a beer in a mask. So, thank you all. I'm not slurring, which is good because if I get a bollocking, I'm in the shit. And you never know. Another sneaky beer review later. One never knows. Thank you again, all. You know, it's been great. It's been nice to chat to people. A little bit more chilled out. And yeah, it's nice to chat to other beer reviewers. You know, I'm so happy to be a part. And this is from the heart and not pissed up like I was last night, drinking wine. But yeah, from the heart, you know, it's so lovely to actually join the community. And you, matey. It's so nice to join the community. You know, my heart goes out to the likes of Kent, Bullman, Mersey Beers, Window Beer Thomas, obviously Rampant Lion, all the beers, Scott and Wonder. There's so many beer reviewers, Dean, and all those that have recently been there for me and had a word, had a chat, you know, and it's going to be interesting. Thank you all, and hopefully next beer review, good news. And if the next beer review is a Prosecco review at 2 a.m, pissed up, you'll know why. Cheers. Bend over. He's got some cock on him, hasn't he? Whoa. Yeah. I won't mind his job. Cheers. See you soon. See you later.